Thank you for joining. This is Live with Miami's Community News, and I'm Michael Miller, and our guest today is Adam Kayce from the Home Design and Remodeling Show.
Thank you, Michael. I mean, I am so excited to be here.
So I've been going to home shows my entire life. It was like, candy, all right, in a candy store, be able to go there and seeing all those things, all right, that you could have in your home and things that you never even thought of. So tell us, first of all, when the event is.
Yeah, so the event coming up, it's right here in Miami, October 20th to the 22nd, and it's at the Miami-Dade County Fair and Expo Center.
So for us, who've been around a long time, we just say youth fair site.
Yep,
right?
there you go.
We're all into that. So you have vendors from all over that are going to be there.
Absolutely. I mean, near and far. I mean, we have companies. I have a company from Italy. I have some from Colombia. But most of the companies and brands are local businesses. They're looking to establish their brand, build their brand, put their product services in front of the thousands of attendees. But really, they're there to educate and inspire.
And so when somebody goes to the show, there are all these companies they can look at all at one swoop. They can just walk instead of going to the showrooms throughout Miami and Dade County or over Wynwood or the Design District or whatever it's called over there. So they can go home to their spouses and say, we're getting new landscaping.
There you go.
And we're going to repaint the house. We're going to get a new roof. And I know the people that are going to do it.
Absolutely.
And so the vendors that are there, a lot have been with you for a long, long time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most of the show itself, I mean, you're going to see vendors who they don't do just one show a year. They'll do multiple shows a year and have been with us for many years. I mean, our brand is going upwards of 40 years. Right. We've been around for a long time.
And as I mentioned earlier, we used to work with the old owners. I think that was in the 90s, early 90s. And it was a great event. It was a dinner key, and things changed. And then there was something over on the beach. And you just did a show in Fort Lauderdale. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. So we just had our Fort Lauderdale show back over Labor Day weekend. I mean, we had hundreds of exhibitors. I mean, you could feel the excitement. People are looking to remodel. They're looking to renovate. They're looking to really improve their home lifestyle. But it's just exciting to see. And same thing with you guys. I mean, you guys are here. You're building a community. You are a community. Our show is all about the South Florida community and home lifestyle and really improving the way that we live in our homes.
So we have a short video. Alex, can we play that? Mm-hmm. This is this was at one of the Fort Lauderdale show?
Yeah, so this is actually going to be a tour of our Fort Lauderdale show. It's a long tour, so we might just get a clip.
Okay, I think it's going to be about a minute. So Alex, let's play that.
Welcome to the 2023 Fort Lauderdale Home Design and Remodeling Show. I can't wait to take you on this tour as we're going to bring you what you thought you could expect, but you had no idea. I'm standing here in Vellum Design in Wood and Washi, and this is a one-of-a-kind experience. Right here, you're gonna see some of the most innovative products, from linear lighting, stretch ceilings, and the most incredible window fashions that you could ever imagine. What's amazing is this is the first time that Wood and Washi is stepping into the US market. This is all Japanese washi paper with these different profiles. And what's amazing is that they're able to give you all different types of customizations, from wood to metallics, all these different types of material, and that is what will make your home one of a kind. This is fully automated, but what is truly important and different.
It was great. You're like a star. Watch how you move around on that stage there. So you've been shooting videos like this for how long?
Yeah, so we did some of these videos before COVID at all of our different shows, just to kind of highlight feature businesses, show people what was there, but we never did it to this depth. Every single show, I do these walking tours to really show people why attend the show, what they can discover at the show. But really, this is what extends the life of the show for our vendors.
And your vendors are really happy because you're out there promoting them, right? Because you're on the website at homeshows.com, and all the videos they want are there. They'll be able to retrieve and take a look at those and see the full length ones that are there, and get a real feel for what they're like. And I'm sure that the vendors that are there are really happy that you're very marketing driven.
Yeah.
Because you're helping them and their families and the community to be able to look at some of the things. So you're bringing in some sort of famous people.
Yeah, I mean, we're bringing in a big star, probably one of the most established and long-lasting TV personalities who've been on Home Improvement TV. We have Ty Pennington. We all know him from initially ABC's Extreme Makeover, Home Edition. Remember, Move That Bus?
Yes.
He's been on TLC. He's been on the Food Network. Today, he's on two of the biggest shows on HGTV, one of them being Rock the Block. He's going to be there on Saturday and Sunday, dishing out his design inspiration. And
it's amazing when you see people how they're transitioning into all sorts of extra work, and when they would redo those homes, it was extraordinary.
Yeah. And
so we'd look at that bedroom and I go to my wife, Susan, we could redo the bedroom and then the bathroom.
One thing always leads to the next. It's funny. It's like, when you see people walking the show, I mean, everyone has what they're looking for, but then the things that stop them, and you just mentioned like the community component and these tours, like I just wanted to go back because it's funny. It's become a thing. People look for when I'm doing this tour, and all the vendors, they're all getting ready. They see me coming around the corner and they're like getting their booth all set. Exactly. They're like pulling me in. But, it's just another level of excitement. And our vendors know that this is truly a partnership. The community knows it's a partnership. We're here to be kind of the storyteller, to be able to give people that outlet, not just businesses, but homeowners. Because have you ever remodeled?
Constantly.
Okay, it's a never-ending process.
Yes.
It's intimidating. It's overwhelming. Where do you start? Where do you go? Who do you talk to? And the show defines all of that. It brings all of that all in one space.
So folks could go to our website and go visit, go see it, or they could drive around to the different locations.
Yeah.
Just go to Doral for a while. How many places are there that have all these different things, and all throughout Miami and Broward. But over here they can go and they can see all that, and what tickles their fancy, they'll be able to have a conversation.
Absolutely.
And be able to touch and feel as you're doing some of the products, and be able to look at it and to take a picture of it and have conversations with the professional in that particular area. So, by the way, we got done in the last couple of years doing a lot of work on the house, and just yesterday we finished the final landscaping. The completion inside,
right.
It's just like, wow.
Right.
It was like, this is really good. So people can get that feeling when they go, and they're the professionals that are there to do that. So tell us about some of the other stars of sorts that are going to be
so
there.
we have our designer show house where we featured interior designers. There's 4 selected designers where this is really where the whole show comes together. They're using different types of products, different colors, textures, different design styles, and they're bringing it all together. These are 100% finished rooms. So the designer vignettes, these interior designers are spectacular, South Florida designers. Also, we have Diana Contreras. She's known best. Her name's Didi.
Yes.
She's a very well-known Spanish street artist. She's known all around the world, galleries collector. She's our official artist for the show. She's going to be at the show. She's going to be displaying her work, but she designed the commemorative poster for this year's event as well. So people are actually going to be able to take home one of those posters.
That's wonderful. And for the uninitiated like myself that don't know how to do that, we're always relying on other people to provide some direction.
Absolutely.
And when you can look and say, this is tremendous.
Yeah.
I do want to share, years ago, we decided to get a big cabinet. And so the cabinet maker says, what size is the TV? Oh, we have to get a TV? Yes. And we said, okay, well, I said, we're going to need to remove the wallpaper. All right, guess what? The whole room, no more wallpaper. Oh, now the walls need work.
Right.
That carpet's not looking too good nowadays. Okay, carpet's out. That furniture that yesterday was really valuable to us, who can we give this to?
Right.
And that's the way projects work. And you do it and so that you can feel really good about yourself. They're going to be able to help you with your kids out there to help design that room, the inside of your house, the outside. I know there's lots of landscaping places that are there.
Yeah.
And ponds down here, we have a lot of ponds, outdoor ponds, which can really add a lot of beautiful things to your house. Yes, they're a lot of work, but you get a lot of benefit from those.
Without a doubt. And to your point there, I mean, from landscapers to cabinetry to designer vignettes to furniture displays to outdoor, I mean, you're going to see the louvered pergolas, you're going to see outdoor kitchens, you're going to see everything that goes into your home. But to your point, when it comes to the satisfaction that you get, especially talking about greenery, landscape, all of that, biophilic design is one of the hottest trends. People want plants. They want that natural element, whether it's wood tones, if it's the green, if it's, all of those different elements that go into a space, because that's at the show. They're going to be able to see all that. They're going to discover it. They're going to see running waterfalls. They're going to be seeing all of the components that they see online, that they, essentially look at this as your favorite Pinterest board or your favorite, Instagram pages that you might follow, to be able to say, wow, I love that, but where do I get it?
Yes.
And it's all at the show.
And one of our good friends, Ernie.
Oh yeah, Ernie's
an air conditioning guy,
Absolutely.
right, heating guy. I was at his warehouse not too long ago, and he showed me this super powered air conditioner. It's quiet,
Yeah.
and it moves a huge volume of air.
Well,
he doesn't know I'm coming for one of those.
But the thing is, most people don't understand or don't even know that exists. Everyone thinks about air conditioning as the traditional units.
Yes.
They specialize in a type of system that's high velocity, small ducts. It's great for if you have low areas, not enough space for larger duct systems. But that's exactly what the show's all about. They're introducing products that the average person doesn't know exist.
So we have another studio in the back, and when we started to design it, we said, we're going to get rid of that air conditioner over there.
Right.
It makes too much noise.
Yeah.
Now when it's on, we can't even hear it. And it's like wonderful, because I'm used to like a semi-truck. And it works. And if people don't have somebody to help them design that movement of air, you can hear it going through the vents. But in this case, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
And it's even in the same room, and it's perfect. So let's talk about kitchen cabinets. Some people think, well, they got to replace all the cabinets. There are some other choices that people are going to have. So tell us about those.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you can go in for that full custom kitchen, new doors, new boxes, new everything. There are ways to improve your kitchen without having to go through the full renovation. I mean, there's companies that specialize in these vinyl wraps that transform your kitchen without having to do any demolition. There's also ways to finish your cabinetry, repaint them, things like that. Also, changing your countertop is a huge improvement. I mean, if you might love the layout of your kitchen and not need to just gut it and remodel it, but you want it to feel different, change your backsplash, change your countertop. Also, you can change your sink. Those old double sinks that are starting to get phased out, and you want that big rectangular modern sink. There's a company in the show where they have this proprietary way of installing, and it's actually a sink that they manufacture and they patented. That is an easy way to remove the existing sink without having to touch your countertop and put in that sink that you're dreaming of.
Speaking of sinks, we replaced two of our 20-year-old gray sinks in the back.
Right.
And we replaced them with these porcelain tan and matches the floor.
Right.
And the place just got lit up.
Yeah.
And so my suggestions for people before they go to show, take pictures of your house, inside, outside, the bathroom, so you can have a conversation, so it can really be, effective. Or if they want to maybe print it out, is also say, here's our kitchen. Look at these spots, and what do we need to do?
Yeah, come with dimensions, measure. We have people that come literally with blueprints who are building custom homes that is coming there to shop, to find all the material, everything that they want for that. Even think about interior doors. When was the last time you were like, you know what, I want to change the interior door? People don't realize how that transforms your entire home. So, there's a lot of elements that a lot of people kind of push off to the end of the remodeling process that really should be a priority.
By the way, years ago, when we first moved in our house, we had hurricane shutters. And then a little while later, we put in the new windows. And I just sort of forgot about it. And then one day, my wife says, why are the shutters still there? He says, we have
funny.
Oh. And we took them off, and it completely transformed the front of the house.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes you go to these shows and you get some ideas, and you can go to get ideas and do it yourself, get ideas, and find a vendor for them.
Well, you just mentioned you just finished your landscape, right? How soon do you think it's going to be until you say what's next? There's always a next for home improvement. And that's the thing. Like, everyone has an idea for what they want to do now. But what's amazing is that you're going to get those ideas that are going to just stick in your mind for the next project to be able to go on, because having a plan for what your home is ultimately going to transform into is great. Like, you want to complete a project now, but it's also, what does the future look like? And knowing those businesses are important.
So one of the things we know, that fencing around properties add a lot of value. And there's a lot of different types of fence, from a very basic one, then there's the wood one, and then there's the farm one, right? And then there's the metal ones. and there's the ones that look like metal, but the plastic, lots of things that can blend in with your house. And all that type of thing is going to be at your show.
Absolutely. So you're going to see, there's a company specifically that they specialize in PVC. But it's not just the PVC that you see at Home Depot. And knowing what creates the integrity of a product is really important, because if you look at a fence and be like, a fence is a fence, they're all the same quality, well, you're wrong. This is a product that has like a honeycomb insert. It reinforces the structure. It lasts a lot longer. Knowing that little bit of information, and also you can get a PVC that looks like wood. There's companies in the show that specialize in exotic hardwoods like Ipe and Kumaro and all these different styles that you see on all these luxury homes that are great to incorporate into your fencing and landscape and trellises and everything else. Also aluminum. It's such a great solution. We're in South Florida. Everything, most things fade. Most things don't last outside, but having aluminum, you're basically putting in something that's going to last.
And there are going to be lots of people selling flooring of all sorts.
Absolutely.
So you can have carpet, you can have tile, you can have pavers. And when you can go to one place and have an honest to God conversation.
Right.
All right. When you go with some sort of dimensions so you can see what it's going to look like. We just had some pavers put in. Thank you very much for doing that. And it helped transform the front of the house.
It changes everything.
Yeah, yes. And that made me hurry up and finish the landscape.
Right, exactly. It motivates. And you mentioned, surfaces and things like that. Have you seen, whether online or maybe even you've thought about it for your own home, large format porcelain slabs? People are putting it everywhere. They're using it for behind your TV, for a feature wall where you book match it, where the veining, it looks like marble. People are using it for countertops. They're using it for bathrooms, slabs on the floor, slabs on the wall, slabs on the ceiling. And it's just such a seamless, beautiful installation that a lot of people are looking for that.
And people are not going to be disappointed with their choices of things to do. When you walk in, go with a lot of expectations.
Yes.
I'm going to find something I'm going to love here. I may not be able to do it now, but we know it's in the back of your brain.
Right.
And to be able to, to do that.
And one of the biggest problems when it comes to home improvement, a lot of people rush their projects because they just want to get it done. It's best to, if you can get it all done at once, to do it right and do it at once, great. But if there's always budgets involved with remodeling, if you can't do it all at once, don't just rush and do something that you might not be fully happy with just because you want to get it done. Take your time. There's always new products. There's all new things that are always coming out to market. And that's the most important thing. Come with ideas, come with plans, but come with time, because you're going to want to take your time walking the show and really discovering everything.
So we know that solar power is
Yes.
like the newest thing, all right? Not the newest, but it's been
around for a long time, but it's like,
but it's finally catching on.
Yes.
Sort of like pickleball.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
been around
okay.
for 40 years.
Right.
People go, oh, look, pickleball just started. No, in the 60s, it was invented, if that's the word.
And then once Tom Brady bought a team, now it's huge.
Yes. So solar power, lots of options for people. All right, as far as on the roofs. Also, will there be people that can install the chargers at your homes and at your businesses?
Absolutely. So specifically talking about solar, there's a number of companies there that are showing all different types of applications. The battery backup system is so important. Different brands you'll see there, from Tesla to I'm forgetting the other name, but there's a lot of different brands there. But also understanding the converters. Converters is probably one of the most important components of what goes into solar, because that's what's transferring all the electricity. You mentioned the charging stations. Companies there, they're showing how the full home interacts with solar, not from the panels. It's not just panels. It's not just the battery backup, but the charging stations, whether you have, electric vehicle, being able to have that accessible at home. You'll see the Tesla charging station in ways that it really builds all together. And the show is a one-stop shop. So you're going to see all components of what goes into everything that goes into your home.
And back to sort of landscaping and pools.
Yeah.
Right. To be able to fix up your pool. Sometimes you can do it rather inexpensively. You put some plants, you put some night lights out there, solar power. They can work from 6 to 12 hours before before the sun comes back up. And to be able to smile when you go on your patio. And lots of things for people to do to fix it up without having to replace those. So approximately how many vendors are going to be there?
Approximately 200 vendors.
Oh, that's
it's a lot of people.
That's a
and it's
lot.
not, and we're not talking about 200 10 by 10s. We're talking about companies that have 400, 600, 800. We have a company that has 1,600 square feet where they're showing ultimately a showroom. They're showing a completed kitchen, a finished landscape, a showroom of doors, a showroom of furniture. Because when you come to the show, these vendors, they want you to walk away with an experience and know who they are, what they do, but really the quality of work.
Let's talk about electronics, TVs and things.
Oh, yeah.
So can I have a
Control
couple
your
of
whole
those?
home. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, smart home technology, there's companies that they'll build a home theater. You can have stars on the ceiling. You can have everything interact throughout your entire home from the moment that you pull up in your driveway, lights turning on, you walk in the door, your favorite song is playing, lights are set to a certain color. I mean, it's all about how you live in your home today.
So people should plan on being there for a little while.
Yeah, spend your time. And it's fun. It's a family
You're
event.
not going
Bring
for
your
half
kids.
an hour.
No, you're not going for half an hour. You're going to go for a few hours. But it's a family event. There's things for kids. There's things for families. People have fun. They're coming to get inspired, spend the day. It's a fun weekend. I mean, this is Miami's home design weekend.
Yes. So people can go and they can listen to a speaker.
Yes.
They're going to be on the stage, if you will. There'll be chairs out there. There'll be plenty of places to eat.
Yes.
All right. And lots of parking.
Lots of parking. That's what's great about the fair. We all know. I mean, there's unlimited parking. It's easy to get in, easy to get out, closest to all the highways. So it's a very convenient location.
So you just had the Fort Lauderdale show,
Yes.
which is on Labor Day. You have
Right.
this one coming up here, October 20th.
20th to the 22nd.
That's
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
okay, Friday and Saturday, Sunday. Your busy day is which day?
Saturday and Sunday is always the busiest days. Those are the days that people are off work. And also that's when Ty Pennington's at the show. Yeah.
And they're going to be people that are going to go there,
Yeah.
all right, to see him.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And I just saw some pictures of him with his hat. So.
It's funny. So we just put out a video on our social media. It's actually FL Home Shows, if anyone wants to follow. So we just made the announcement of Ty, and we're getting people commenting, sending us messages. Everyone remembers him from, Move That Bus and his shows that he's on now. But he's a fun person.
Yeah.
If you look at him and what he does, he has a great personality, and he's going to show it at the show.
So he just said to move that bus. It's like,
Right.
just do it.
Just do it. Right.
So you have a little song, all right? Can we find that, Alex, and put it up on the screen so people can hear it?
The jingle.
The jingle. Can you play it here also or not?
It was in an email.
We surprised Alex.
Yeah,
I mean,
we put him on the spot. But going into that jingle, we've had this jingle for years. You think of your favorite brands, marketing, things like that. It's hard to make a jingle resonate with a market where when people hear it, they know it.
Yes.
And it's funny. I'll go and meet with a client or somebody, or even meet somebody and, you say, oh, what do you do? If I walk into a client, I'll have somebody behind a desk saying, home design and remodeling.
Will you find it yet? No. Okay. If he finds it, he's going to let us know.
Yeah.
And I think that's important for people to have that jingle in their head.
Yes.
And, just do it. And there are lots of slogans along the way.
Right.
And so that one clicked. All right.
Absolutely.
And when I saw you, I went,
yeah, he's singing it.
and it's really clever. So
Right.
was that you? Did you?
No, that's been far before I even started.
But so that is stuck with people.
Yes.
All right. And when they hear it, it's a fun thing. They made it. You and the people that have been involved in it really.
Well, it brings up childhood memories also,
Yes.
because a lot of people who are my age, that are older than me, younger than me. I'm not from South Florida. I'm originally from Boston. But when I moved down here, when I meet people, speak with people, things like that, they're like, "Oh, my parents used to bring me to the show, and now they're coming to the show with their families and their kids and things like that." But everyone remembers the jingle, and that's the one thing that resonates, and it continues to, and it's something that's always going to be a part of our brand.
Okay, so people can go to your website at homeshows.com.
Yep.
You're active on Instagram.
Oh yeah, very active. All social media platforms.
Okay, folks, you can go to YouTube. You can watch a whole bunch of stuff that's there, but you can do it through your website.
Yes.
Because we want them to go there so they can see all the other things that you do. You made yourself into a star. All right, I was watching the way you walk backwards. I go, this guy's done this before.
Right.
And so one of the things you do to help your vendors is you go around to the shows and you talk with them and you can see what they have, because certainly they need and want that so that they can also say to their friends, hey, I'm in 4 minutes to
you get the timestamp.
Right. Here we are. Hey. So on that weekend, when do you have a time frame yet that you're going to be doing that?
I usually do the tour on Friday, so that way when I'm walking backwards, I'm not bumping into too many people. But it's kind of like the hype. It gets everyone going. They're like, okay, so we have the tour, people see it, it's getting out there, and it just gets people excited about talking about who they are, because that's really what the show's about. And people love it because it's not their perspective of their business. It's someone else's perspective. It's my perspective. It's what I see. It's what I'm making it relatable to the community, because, everyone looks at product differently, and it's just nice to have that different perspective for these businesses.
So you've been helping vendors in South Florida for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been doing this for over 15 years.
That's amazing. So after the show coming up in a couple of weeks, when is the next event?
So the next one will be back in Fort Lauderdale, February 2nd through
right
the 4th.
Around the corner.
Right around the corner. So it's pretty much every quarter. We alternate between Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach. So we are truly a South Florida marketplace.
So when is Palm Beach?
Yeah, that's May. So that's May 24th to the 27th.
So you have October, February, May.
And then September again. Back in Fort Lauderdale. So we do 2 in Fort Lauderdale every year. And that's just because when people we're living in homes, okay? Every day a new project comes up, and it gives people something to look forward to be able to go to be able to experience, to be able to tour, to be able to get those ideas, because things that you might discover at this show, you might not be ready today, but in 3 months, in 6 months, in 8 months down the road, 9 months, you might be ready. So you always know to be able to come back.
So often when our spouse mentions something, we don't believe it
right.
until we get a third party.
Right.
So guys and gals, you want verification for what you want, you go to the show and you give the guy the nod like this. And he's gonna,
exactly.
He's going to make your point made.
And what's great is a lot of the vendors, they give you incentives and special pricing if you purchase at the show. So it's a great way to get better deals too.
Yes. So I'll be sure to leave take my credit cards.
Right, exactly.
Adam Kayce, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. And folks, thank you for joining us. Remember, you can go to
homeshows.com.
Homeshows.com. We'll see you at the show on October 20th to 22nd. Adam Kayce, thanks for being here. And Alex, thanks for producing the show. Folks, take care of yourselves and have a great day.